Hey friends, my name is Shayda Campbell, and on this channel we believe art is for everyone. If you want to know how to draw a simple floral bouquet, look no further because that's exactly what we're doing in today's video. I'm drawing on a cute piece of handmade paper today, and all we really need is a pencil and a pen. And we begin with pencil, creating a guide. So to draw a nice floral bouquet or arrangement, I first draw a bunch of circles and ovals, and those ovals and circles show me where the flowers are going to sit and what size each flower is going to be. So small circles, small flowers, large circle, large flower, and then I even do some lines to show kind of a lengthy flower like a foxglove or a lavender sprig. I'll add some stems below the bouquet, and then once the stems are in place, all we really need to do is add some leaves. I like to do these kind of pointed oval-shaped leaves. I place them along the stems, and then I also like to use leaves to frame some of the flowers. Finally, I'll do a delicate leaf shape like a fern, and for that I'm just doing these long, thin leaves on both sides of that single branch. And that fern is really the beginning of step 2 of our process here, which is to refine your guide. So step 1, create the guide with all the circles and ovals and branches. Step 2, refine the guide by deciding what kind of flowers and leaves are we putting in here. You can see for some of the tiny flowers, I just did a little spiral, like a very simple rose. And for the larger flowers, I'm doing these kind of open 4-petal flowers, like a poppy, where I start with the center, maybe a little circle of dots, and then I work my way around and add 4 or 5 big petals, and it's so pretty and simple, and it looks really nice in a bouquet because it's not too detailed. After my flowers are in place, I'm adding some more leaves, both large and small leaves, and then I have these vertical or sort of long flowers at the top, and I'm going to draw a little foxglove. So I'm just doing these bell-shaped blossoms that get larger as I move down the stem. And if you want more info about drawing different flowers, I'm going to link a bunch of videos in the description because I have tons on this channel. That's like literally all we do around here. So if this is moving fast, watch some other tutorials and pick out which flowers you would like to draw. To complete my sketch of the bouquet, I'm just adding in a few more delicate leaves, making sure it looks balanced, and then we'll move on to step 3, which is going over everything with your fine liner. So now we're on to the fun part. You created a guide, you refined your guide by choosing your flowers, so you did your sketch, and now we're going to do the contour drawing, and that's just a basic line drawing. So think of a coloring book page that doesn't really have any shading. That's a contour drawing, and that's what we're doing here, going over everything with our fine liner. I am using the 0.4 millimeter black liner from Mulatto, or Moloto, I don't know how to say that. All of my supplies are linked in the video description as usual. Why can't I talk? It's a great way to support the channel. If you're gonna buy some art supplies, check out my Amazon links. It's just like a little thing that you can do to make sure that these videos keep on coming. And one other thing you could do is subscribe, because subscribing doesn't cost you anything and it's so helpful for me. It seriously makes the biggest difference to this business, to this channel, and I am so close. I'm this close to 1 million, you guys. So I would so appreciate it if you would smash that subscribe button. And I am really hoping by fall, by back to school, that we are celebrating 1 million, and we will be celebrating. All right, more about that later. For now, I am continuing on with my lovely contour drawing. The bouquet is looking good. You can make little changes to your drawing at this point. Like if you want to make a leaf a little bit more toothy, like those ragged edges, now is a good time to do that. If you're not confident with the pen, you can also add those details in pencil first before you go over everything in pen. But if you're feeling confident and comfortable, kind of just wiggling that pen a little, you can add some nice detail in at this point and really elevate the pencil sketch that you created. Once your contour drawing is completed or mostly completed, I find it very helpful to get rid of all of the pencil, get rid of the eraser dust, just see what you're working with. And what I'm working with is image or sketch that has a big hole in the middle. So I need to add some stems and leaves in the center there. And then I'm looking now at this drawing kind of with fresh eyes. All the pencil is gone. I can see that maybe it needs a little more contrast. So I want to start coloring in some leaves and moving on to step 4, which is to add some line shading. I'm adding small, thin lines along both sides of most of the larger leaves, maybe darkening one side more than the other. That gives a nice contrast. It's just makes the leaves look really good. And I've also darkened some of the leaves entirely, and that gives my overall illustration a nice bit of black and white in that high contrast. And really, that's it. That's all there is. This is how I typically always approach a bouquet illustration, and I hope you found this very helpful.